Good morning, DCVA and Internet Land. It is day 4 of our Read Across America Challenge. I'm Carla Jefferson, principal of the Darlington County Virtual Academy, and we are so excited that you are joining us this morning to hear our guest reader, Tiara Miles-Clarke. Before we get started and have Mrs. Miles-Clarke join us on the screen, we just have a couple of reminders for everyone. So remember, don't forget to join us every day for our daily Read Across America challenges. Scholars are encouraged to post to our school Padlet, while our stakeholders are asked to spotlight on social media. Today's challenge is Crazy Day. We're crazy about books, so we should be dressed in our crazy attire. You want to take a picture of yourself reading a book in your crazy attire and posting it either on the Padlet or via social media. Let's take a look at our challenge from yesterday. So, yesterday, our challenge was We Positively Love Books. Check out Jalea with her Too Legit to Quit t shirt on and her Don't Give Up book. We also have Radine with his Junior Beta Club Impact Others shirt while he's reading. Another Junior Beta Club member, Kason, with his Impact Others shirt with his book. And me from yesterday with my Be Great shirt and the book that I'm currently reading, Omar Rising. So remember, today is Crazy Day. So I thought I'd show you, because you can't see my full attire in the screen. You can see my full crazy outfit for today, mismatched, different shoes. You can do different crazy socks. It's all up to you. So don't forget to take a picture of yourself reading your book in your crazy attire and upload it to the Padlet today. And if you've missed other days because you took the picture but forgot to post, it's not too late. You can go back and post from previous days in the Padlet as well. All right, at this time, we're going to introduce our guest speaker, Mrs. Tiara Miles-Clarke, who's an author. So let's give her a big DCVA welcome. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
So good and glad that you're joining us today.
Thank
And
you.
so I know that you are actually going to share your book that you wrote. Before we dive into that awesome book, we're going to just do our little mini interview and ask you a couple of questions. I always think it's really neat to hear the different journeys about the authors who join us today. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, first, I want to thank you guys for having me. I am actually a Darlington High School graduate. So, Darlington County is near and dear to my heart. So, I'm glad to be home, even if it's virtually. My name is Tiara Miles-Clarke. As I said earlier, I am a Darlington High School graduate. I graduated in 2009. I also graduated from Claflin University in 2014. Upon graduating from Claflin, I taught 1 year in Orangeburg, South Carolina, and then I relocated to Florida, where I live now. And in 2001, I received my master's degree from Florida Atlantic University. So I am a former teacher. I taught for 7 years. Now I'm kind of jumping into authorship and entrepreneurship full time. So I'm so excited to be able to share the story that I've created with you guys today.
That's awesome. So, fellow Panther alum, and I'm
Oh,
also
yes,
a
ma'am.
graduate of Claflin. All of my family graduated from Claflin, 90%.
Wow.
So, yeah,
Wow.
that's
Small
great.
world.
Great to hear. Small
Yeah.
world. All right. So, we also ask our authors to share, our readers to share their reading journey. Some people get hooked in right away reading, some people it takes a little bit longer. So, share with us your reading journey.
My reading journey, it took a little longer. My mom always forced us to read. When we were growing up during the summer, she purchased like a whole set of encyclopedias. So during the summer, we would have to sit and read for like an hour. And I wasn't really interested in reading the encyclopedia, so I would set the book up and kind of make it look like I was reading. And towards the end of our hour, just kind of get a paragraph that I could share with her because I wasn't a fan. But now that I'm maturing, and I'm growing into a young woman, my spiritual development and personal development is very important to me. So now I love reading, and those are the type of books that I like to read. So I'm currently reading Finding Me by Viola Davis. And also, I'm rereading a book called Destiny by Bishop T.D. Jakes.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. I have downloaded Finding Me um audiobook. I love to read physical books, but when I'm on the road, I also listen to them as well. And I do better listening to nonfiction while reading fiction,
Oh,
which is interesting to me. But so that's on my list to download it. I mean to listen to. It's in my queue. So
it's really good. You know, she's from South Carolina as
I
well.
do. I do. So I love
Mhm.
supporting that South Carolina native. All right. So before we begin, we have some guest listeners who are joining us live, and I'd like to introduce them right now. So we've got Elijah, who's joining,
Hi,
Good morning, Elijah.
and Elijah, tell us what grade and teacher.
I'm in second grade, and I got Miss Ryan.
Awesome.
Nice.
We have Kason joining us today.
Good
Hello.
morning, Kason.
All right, Kason, tell let's tell everybody grade and teacher.
Fourth grade, and Miss Campbell is my teacher.
All right. And we have Dylan joining us today.
Dylan.
Good morning.
Dylan is the technical expert.
Yes, he is. He is. And we have Landon joining. Landon, can you hear us? Can you see us?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Good morning,
Landon,
Landon.
Good morning.
good morning. And Landon is one of our fabulous, terrific, tremendous third graders, right?
Yep.
All right. So we are going to now turn it over to you, Mrs. Miles-Clarke. You can tell us a little bit about what you're reading and why, and get started.
All right. Well, thank you guys again. I'm so excited to be sharing this is actually my second children's book, Kazi Can Bake. So a little backstory about the series before I get started. The Kazi Can series was created in the middle of the pandemic when I gave birth to my daughter and we were all online for learning. So I wanted to create a book where parents would still be able to mold their readers from home. So the purpose of the Kazi Can series is to provide parents with a read aloud, comprehension strategies, and a workbook that they can all use at home, like you guys are now, to make sure you're still getting that minutes of reading and meaningful reading while you're at home. So our first book was Kazi Can, and that book is kind of the nucleus to all of the books that'll follow. So our second book is Kazi Can Bake. And this particular book highlights a lot of the men in my daughter's life. So my daughter has a lot of awesome men in her life. So in this book, we're going to be highlighting them and they're going to be helping her bake. So before I get started, do any of you guys like to bake? What's some of the things you guys like to bake?
So remember, our scholars who are in the teacher Zoom, you can add your information to the chat so that your teacher can add it to our chat, and our online guests can tell Mrs. Miles Carter right now what they like to bake. Elijah, Dylan, Kason, no baking. Landon.
Sometimes I like to bake. Well, my mom and my grandma likes to bake different stuff. They like to bake some pies or brownies or any of that kind of stuff. Mostly we like bake like pies and stuff.
Nice. I love sweet potato pies. They're
Yeah,
the best in South Carolina. I've had some since I moved here. They don't taste like the ones from home. I also see cake. I see brownies. I think I saw cookies. And that's what Miss Kazi is going to be baking in this story. She's going to be baking cookies. So, like I said, each book includes comprehension strategies and a workbook. So, before I jump into the story, I'm going to go over one of the comprehension strategies with you all. And I want you to keep this strategy in mind as we read, because I'm going to be asking you to make some predictions. So, one of the strategies prove your comprehension is to ask your child to make predictions while they're reading. So when we make predictions while we're reading, let me make sure you guys can see. When we make predictions while we're reading, you can simply have your child guess what's going to happen next in the story. But we're not going to just guess. We're going to support our guess with evidence from the text or evidence from the story. So as I'm reading, I'm going to pause to ask some of you guys to make predictions as to what you think will happen next. And then I also want you to support it with things you've heard me read already. So let's get started. The name of this story is Kazi Can Bake. The Read Aloud and Workbook. It is written by myself, Tiara Miles-Clarke, and it is illustrated by my friend, Natalia Koloniak. Kazi is so excited. Today, she's baking cookies with Dad. She runs downstairs, grabs her apron, and joins Dad in the kitchen to get started. Dad has already pulled out all of the ingredients: flour, eggs, butter, sugar, and chocolate chips, he says. It looks like they are ready to bake. Kazi holds the big white bowl while Dad adds the flour. Knock, knock, knock. There's someone at the door. It's Uncle Rod. He is here to help. All right, so I'm going to pause here. What do you guys think Uncle Rod is going to do? Can you make a prediction about what you think Uncle Rod is going to do? Why do you think that, Kason?
That was me who said that.
Why do you think that? Support your prediction with things you've already heard me read.
I think he eats some cookies.
Okay, and what makes you think that?
Because he came to here to help.
Good job. He came to help. And we know that Kazi is baking cookies. So that's a great prediction. Let's read to see if that's true. Kazi holds the big white bowl while Uncle Rod adds the eggs. You're correct, Kason. Knock, knock, knock. There's someone at the door. It's Uncle Terrence. He is here to help. Kazi holds the big white bowl while Uncle Terrence adds the butter. Knock, knock, knock. There's someone at the door. It's Uncle Tyler. What do you think he's here to do?
He's gonna help. See, so
Good job.
they can be.
What was the rest?
Because he's gonna be help so more than the cookies will bake faster.
Okay, maybe he's helping so the cookies will bake faster. How do you know that? What made you make that prediction?
more people he has, it can be a perfect, because he saw those cookies, so he wanted.
Good job. You see that the other family member was coming to help bake cookies. So you use that to make your prediction that Uncle Tyler is probably there to help bake cookies as well. Great job. Let's keep reading. Kazi holds the big white bowl while Uncle Tyler adds the sugar. Knock, knock, knock. There's someone at the door. It's Uncle Trevor. He is here to help. Kazi has a lot of awesome men helping her. Kazi holds the big white bowl while Uncle Trevor adds the chocolate chips. Knock, knock, knock. There's someone at the door. It's Uncle Jake. He is here to help. Uncle Jake grabs the big spoon and stirs everything up. Knock, knock, knock. Someone else is there. There's someone at the door. It's Papa. He is here to help. So we have Uncle Jake stirring everything up, and now we have Papa. Can someone make a prediction as to how you think Papa is going to help? Because we've added all of the ingredients. We have Uncle Jake who stirred everything up. So how do you think Papa is going to help?
He's gonna put
He's going to help roll the cookies out.
Okay, you think he may help roll the cookies out? Anyone else?
I think he's gonna put it in the oven.
Okay, maybe he'll put it in the oven. Let's read and see. Papa places the dough on the baking pan in little round circles. That's how he helped. And Dad takes the pan to the oven. The cookies bake for 10 minutes. When Dad pulled them out of the oven, the golden brown cookies filled the kitchen with a sweet aroma. Does anyone know what aroma means? Based on how it's used, a sweet smell. And this is actually my favorite illustration from Natalia. I'm gonna get a little closer so you guys can see the sweet aroma is filling the kitchen.
Open the windows, the neighbors can smell it.
Yes, and then they're gonna come over, they're gonna want some cookies. After the cookies cooled down, Dad gave Kazi the first cookie. Her uncles all asked, "How does it taste?" Kazi took a huge bite and replied, "Yum, yum, yum." So that's Kazi taking the first bite. And that is the end of our story, Kazi Can Bake.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's give Ms. Miles-Clarke a huge round of applause for reading with us today. So I have
Thank you guys for having me.
Where can we find your books?
Yes, so Kazi Can Bake is available for purchase on Amazon. And the first book, Kazi Can, is available on Amazon and through Barnes and Noble.
Awesome. So we've got a couple of scholars who have shared information with their teacher. They were excited about the baking party. There were a couple of predictions that kind of sort of came true, but they were saying that somebody's just coming to eat the cookies, not necessarily
Right.
bake.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes, right? In the stories, there's one person who's always working hard, and there's someone who just want to enjoy the fruit of others' labors. But this story is a little different. What I wanted to do was highlight the important men in Kazi's life. So a lot of times in the media, our men aren't portrayed as being helpers and valuable contributors to our families. But in this story, I wanted to show our men in a different light. So in this story, everybody's here to help.
Yes. Landon, Elijah, Dylan, and Casey, you guys did a fabulous job. Thank you so much.
Yes, awesome job. Good job,
Participating
guys.
today and being a part of our live discussion. And so I want you to give Ms. Miles-Clarke a huge wave as you all head out, and then we'll close out our segment for today. All right. Again, thank you so much for joining us this morning and reading to our scholars. And I think it's really special to have someone from home share their experiences, and the fact that you're right from this area, you're a published author. It gives us ideas of all of the amazing things that we can do, even if we're from what they call that small town of Darlington, or our darling town is what I love to say, in the Darlington County School District. So, scholars, this is a testament to say that great things can come from small places, and we're expecting some of those same great things for you. Again, thank you so much for joining us. Scholars, don't forget, it's Crazy Day. So make sure you take your picture of yourself reading the book that you're currently reading, and post it to our Padlet. We like to thank everyone in internet land who has joined us this morning, and take care. We'll see you soon. Bye.